Welcome to today's episode of the Yacht Show, where we are just out and about. Today's temperature is supposed to be up around 95 degrees. Whew. Man, we are supposed to get a cool front after today, though. Supposed to be down to like 87 and then back up to 90 something. With that being said, I'm on a piece of property where we shot those deer a couple years ago. No, a couple years ago, last season. You know the heat's already bad. Can't even talk right. Oh, but anyways, we were just checking out a few spots. Of course, we got the old Porta-John blind right there where we had put the tie weed blind on top of it. But being bow season, I'm trying to decide if I can hunt this tree line with a bow and we're just going to put another blind here and maybe bow hunt out of it. I didn't get to bow hunt this property last year, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, the property line is right there, so you know, you don't want to be on a tree. If you're up you don't want to be on a tree on that side of the fence and whatnot. So, anyhow, that's kind of what we're doing and checking things out. I believe if I come and put that blind back up and let it sit here long enough, I would think the deer would still walk right by here, you know, coming out of here. I'm sure it's going to be acorn trees and whatnot. And then deer always love to come out. Now, we got the cotton. Now, the cotton's been sprayed, but I don't know when it'll be ready, which it ain't even got no bulbs on it. No big bulbs yet. Guess you got some bulbs, but no big ones anyway. So we're just walking about. Looks like a little opening right there with deer. We kind of come in and out. Love to find a tree to get on, though. If you can find those acorn trees, it's going to drop out in this open. Those deer, even though they'll be inside those woods there, they'll come out here. They always want to look around and see what they can find. We have moved back to the club. It seems like we're always at this club right here. So it's because I create a lot of content on this 2,000 acres now. I think it is. It was 1,600. I think it's up to 2,000 now. But anyway, right here. Do y'all see that right there? You remember the last episode where I was catching raccoons and possums, feral cats and all that? Well, my bucket of cat feed and marshmallows and whatnot was in there, and it got wet during the storm. So what I did was I come out here where the hogs are always frequently, and I put the cat food out. All right, so we got cat food here, and got the old water hole and the mud hole. There has been a few little hogs showing up. Matter of fact, I'm about ready to want to set a trap right here because I got 4 or 5 little pigs. I don't know where their mama went. They should have their sow still with them. The land neighbor next door has a box trap over about 1,000 yards or so that way, maybe even further. I had to look on the OnX map to see. But that being said, he catches 1 or 2, you know, a month or a year over there in that trap. And he might well, and then it's been so hot, the sow actually could have just died from heat exhaustion. I could feel that. But any which way, we got cat food. And the hogs have still been right in here. They haven't touched the cat food. Why is that? Hogs eat everything. Why would they not eat the cat food? But that being said, we're going to see if they'll continue to eat a little bit and stay in this area. I think we got a chance of rain next night or two, and then that's it. It's 95, 97 degrees today, so it's hot. But I ain't forgot about this spot. It's always hot. Hot with hogs, come on. Also, the floppy-eared hog is still there. He is still periodically showing up to that spot, checking. So it sure would be nice if we could put a thermal on him. But I know we're going to put that 308 on him. I can't take the chance with that 300 blackout again. Even though I'm pretty sure that I ended up missing that hog. And we won't know that until we find him, until we actually kill him, to make sure there's not another wound spot on him or a spot where the bullet bounced off or whatever. I don't know. But I just know that floppy ear is still coming there. He's got a cousin or a brother that's coming there too. And then we got 5 little old hogs. So I haven't decided if I want to put the trap up to catch the 5 little hogs. Okay. But I'm debating on, should I come down here and try to shoot Floppy and his brother first before. So I don't know, but I will know probably by the end of the week what I'm gonna do. I haven't shot any of those hogs by the end of the week. Then I'll probably set the trap like Friday. We'll see. So who knows? Well, it's the evening time and I just can't sit around the house no longer. So I got my thermal, my AGM thermal, and we're gonna go to the club and see if anything's hanging around the water hole or the mud hole. See what happens. We have made it to our little waiting spot on the club, and we got the 300 blackout tonight with the AGM. I couldn't find the magazine to the 308, and since I do have Floppy Ear showing up, I do have his brother showing up, and I got a few little young hogs that I may trap, but I'm not going to go after them. We're looking for 2 hogs and see if we can make it happen. Will I be messing up using this again? We shall see. Any which ways, I'll leave this out in the open. Truck's been cold, so I let this let the fog get off the lenses, and then so when we do get a picture of a hog there or skunk, if I see a skunk, I'm gonna take it out. They're a nuisance animal here in Mississippi, so I can't take them out. But man, I hate to walk that 600 yards for a skunk, but I will. But that being said, let's wait on the picture, see what happens. I gave it a shot. It's now 10:12. I've been sitting here, what, an hour and a half or so. Nothing at the water hole. So take my 45-minute ride back to the house, get into bed, see what tomorrow holds. Well, got a little pig standing up underneath the trap, don't we? Guess we're gonna have to hit that trigger trap button, hit the yes part, boom! We have got a confirmed catch. Some stragglers going down. He's banging the cage, but he can't leave. Guess I better get on the phone and call the landowner and see if he could help me out a little bit. I'll be running behind since I just caught it right as the break of dawn. Good morning. I just caught a pig where we've been catching pigs, and it'll be the last pig. No, you don't know that I've caught pigs here yet. So I just caught a straggler pig, but it's 52 minutes in one direction, and I'm going an hour and 10 minutes the other direction this morning. So to set a trap, we got the big. We're going to where we caught, or where we're trying to catch the big group of hogs that's got the cows. So as soon as I get that, he's going to shoot the hog for me. Landowner's going to go down there, shoot the hog for me, and I'll just go and drag it out later. It's a small hog, and he don't need to operate the trap or nothing like that. So, that being said, boom, 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 boom. So I called the landowner to come down there and take care of that hog that I dropped on this morning since I was going the other direction. Well, it seems as though he brought his house dogs down there with him, and so we got a little action going on. I'm sure it's a wild, wild west with the dogs probably barking and whatnot. And doesn't seem like he wants to get up there to the cage too well, but I guess he got the pig knocked down. Oh, well, seems Mr. David had quite an eventful morning. Took his dog down there, and then he was standing back from that cage. He didn't want none of that hog, did he? Oh, hey, that's understandable, though. I had texted him. I told him, I said, just go do whatever you need to do. Just don't shoot the camera box. He did a good job. We'll go pick that hog up later, and after we do this, but we got about, like I said, an hour and 10 minutes, so this will be in a different video. Look at that right there, boy. It's hot, boy. Whoo! We got a trap up, though. All right, well, let's get all this unloaded. Head on to the next spot. We gotta go get that hog out of that trap. Which I just saw Mr. David riding around the trap, so I don't know if he's trying to go down there and help or not, but he don't understand. I got the chain on the door, lock, like it ain't no coming off. And I don't know if he young enough or springful enough to jump over in that trap like I do. I can barely do it, but who knows? He still gotta get him out of the trap even if he gets in there. So, all right, let's roll over and get that pig, see what he's like. Come on. All right, I am burning up. I just put in the location where I gotta go. It's an hour and 45 minutes to go pick up that pig, to get that pig out of that trap. But I think I'm gonna get my trap anyway, so. It's 10:38, so it'll be after lunch before we get there. Well, there he is. There he is. Not a very big hog, but bigger than them Schultz. About the size of them Schultz, maybe a little bit bigger than them last Schultz. What y'all think? Ooh, man. Something stink. Oh, that was me. I pooted. Oh, yeah, so that was a little boar hog there. We're gonna break this trap down real quick, get some pieces out of the way. I'm gonna hook to this thing and drag him down through the pasture and around the bend, I guess, for him. And then, I think we're done here. I gotta get out. Got some rain coming. We'll get this to the club. See if we can't get it set up this afternoon or first thing in the morning. Drag him right down here. I figured the dogs are gonna want to do something. I'll tell him where I drug it to. If he wants to drag it somewhere else, that's fine. Them dogs coming down there, they come back to the trap a few times, you know, checking it out. So I figured they're gonna smell this scent right here and come on down here. But either way, we'll have it out of his way and away from where we're trapping. So, whoo! It's hot. Let's drag him over here. I'm gonna drag him right up in here. Maybe the dogs won't get him. Storms are coming right there. Slipping deep right through the swamp, barely crawl right up on the young. Can't get high enough. Oh. Oh my God. I'll fix that at the road. Done. I think we did a good job. Like I said, that's the last straggler on this piece of property, but you ain't seen the hogs I caught and that big one that I caught here. It's coming in one of the future episodes, I promise. We just straggling and working yo-yo style. There you go. That rain moving in. Oh, well, it does not look like I'm going to be setting a trap today. So let's just get this unloaded. I ain't getting soaking wet over. But since we're here, that means I can take the battery with me, even though it was fairly charged. I can take it home and put it on the charger and get it good and jacked up. So I've got heartburn and hiccup at the same time. Thunder roll. Good morning, how y'all doing today? That rain held me off from catching or setting that trap yesterday, which I potentially could have caught those hogs. They come back to the water hole. That water hole was dry, and then we got that rain, and then it was full of water. They're not eating that cat food. It's so funny, like they're not eating the cat food that's right beside that water hole that I was using for trapping skunks and coons and stuff. But any which way, we're going to set a trap there. But first, we got to go check on a hog job before we go. It's on the way, so we're gonna go check. I got a call this morning. Go check on that hog job, see what the job and see what the damage is there. I'm coming, Bella. Just hold up. Just hold up, Bella. She won't see me this morning. I ain't seen her yet, so gotta go see. But while we're on the way to check on that, look who also showed up at the water hole in the middle of the night. Old Floppy. Well, first of all, y'all see the hog done showed up where I'm gonna go set the trap. They there right now, just little old hogs. So that means at least they're comfortable enough. Hey, buddy, how you doing? What you got all this mud on you for? Yeah, let me show you why he's probably got a little mud on him. Look right here, guys. Oh, we got hog damage, son. Oh, man. All right, so this is what we're after. We look like we got just a little bit of hog damage. A little bit of a hog problem coming down here. So chances are I'll take care of it. I'm gonna sit around this corner because the landowner said that the dogs are barking and carrying on when they come down here. So she knows the hogs are out here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around the corner. I'm gonna prep a spot around there. What are you doing? She gonna get on you. She gonna get on you. Boy, you better not. You better not. You better not. Oh, you're gonna be in trouble. Since they seem to like that low spot, I'm thinking we just come right around this corner and prep a spot right around here. I mean, they gotta be in these woods, right? Dude, I gotta start bringing my drone. Today it rained. It's such a good day. I honestly believe that we probably could have droned these dudes. But yes, I'm thinking right around this corner. Somewhere. Looks like a little gun shooting range here with pistols. What do you think, guys? Yeah. Come around here, it's got some shooting blocks. Huh, that's pretty neat. Cool. All right, hogs. We're finna find you. It's gonna be some shells around here. It's gonna be 22s in the forehead shells. Come on. Prime example here of hogs rooting around old dead logs and stuff. Well, what they do is they're actually getting the grubs and the worms out of that. Now, for sure, that's what they're doing in the yard. But you know, if you got old rotten wood in a yard or pile, there's always grubs and beetles and whatnot, and the hogs just root around and get that. So, and there's a little hog track right there. Seems to be about yay long, yay big. I think I can pull my vehicle down here through the yard. Even though it rained yesterday, I think we can get the hogs, get back here without. Oh, that dog is digging. Ooh, I'm trying not to show houses as much, so I have to get over here on the other side and film. But he is a digging. He is a digging. We're gonna prep a spot right here in the yard, and rules and regulations are a little bit different sometimes, or a lot of times they're different when you're in an actual yard. You can basically do, you know, what you want in your own yard, especially when you're trying to protect your yard. So we're gonna put out a couple bags of corn, see what shows up. We got a camera on top of the gun range thing here, and then we're gonna spray some smell good. Look like the sun's trying to come out now. We're gonna spray some smell good on this. These hogs are down in this bottom. They're gonna come up and hopefully figure out what we got. Also, do you remember my catches where my back went out and I had my wife helping, I had the neighbors helping, and I caught like 70 something hogs, 79 hogs in one yard? Well, where a crow flies, or where GPS is, because I took a left, I took a right, and anyway, I'm 1 mile from that house right there. So it's all the same bottom that's down in there. So it's just 1 mile apart. And you know, I've told y'all before, like when it comes to feeding hogs and stuff like that, if I'm on that same piece of property, I usually only have 1 to 2 baiting spots. So those hogs are down in that bottom. Also, this is that same bottom where we did the beaver dam blow up. If you remember watching that video, we caught a few beavers, and then we did me and David Matt went and blew up the beaver dam. It's all the same bottom. It's just different houses. So kind of give you a indication of where we're at. But look at here. What is this? Is this muscadines or something? It's a muscadine vine? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Anyway, if it is, say yes or no. Or whatever, you know. Yes, it's muscadine. But anyway, they're dropping right here. I guess the hogs may eat them. I'm not really sure. So we'll find out, I guess, when we get the camera working. It seems like it's done turned off, so it's done went into work mode. Let's roll on and get this hog trap set up where the hogs are hanging out. Show y'all something right there. Pig's been here. I just come down the road right there. It ain't half a mile, quarter mile, and pigs are tearing up this yard. Now, I have permission to be in here. I have a key. I actually have a key to this gate. So, but back there is where I took out the beaver hut with the tannerite. So I'm just letting y'all know, pigs are moving all up through that bottom I was just talking about. We're about a half a mile from that spot. So anyway, just letting y'all know, just kind of keep y'all updated. I'm sure once we get hogs there, we'll do a whole video on this. So we'll have to go back. You have to go back and remember, you know, whether it be a week or 2 or months or whatever. By the time we get that video out, if we catch hogs, you have to remember this video. Like, it's a lot of work going involved in all this, you know what I mean? Seems as though the sunshine is coming out. And that's where the hogs was. It was dry the day before yesterday, and then it rained yesterday. But check out, they still ain't eating that. They still ain't eating that mash right there. That's crazy, ain't it? Because hogs eat everything, and they chose to be in the water hole opposed to eating the cat food and the Lucky Charms. That's funny. That's funny because they're supposed to eat everything. But you can see it was going to be a dry hole to sit in, and now it's a wet hole. Going to be nasty. Got my boots on. Let it roll. tell you, this would have been a lot better. Would have been here yesterday when it was dry. Promise you, it would have been a lot better. Now it's gonna be nasty. Oh, it's gonna be nasty. Uh-oh. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. I know what it is. Oh. I don't know if I'll be able to get it up that high. So now I gotta go up 6 more inches, and that's tough. I'm telling you. It's gonna be tough to get there. Woo! Gotta use that head more than just a hat rack. Woo! Oh man. That's how my kink got in my cables over there to begin with. I had somebody else do it one time and they didn't put it in the roller and got it up and it kinked the mess out of it. But that, hey, that's another prime example. People's always asking me, why don't you use a drill? Like you could take this handle off and put a drill on there. Because a lot of times you can't feel that bind, whether your drill gives out or something breaks. And right there, when I felt that bind, I knew to be looking around. Even though I should be looking around anyway, but you know how it is when you get to working. That's a prime example why I don't use a drill to crank my winch up. You can't feel the bind. Boy, you can't get no prettier than that. Everything come up the same. I ain't got my disability insurance yet. Put them safety pins in. I got hot, guys. I got hot. Not catching my breath very good. Chest hurting a little bit, but I'm just lazy, I guess. We go through this every August, September, I guess. There you go, guys. Safety pins is out, winch cables are off, corn's in. Let me show you what I just found. Y'all remember when we was here and the hog ate my camera? And I found one and I just found the other. It was that close. I just overlooked it. Dude. Dude, it's beyond miserable hot. It was cloudy this morning. We had a rain yesterday. Now it's steaming. Bruh. All we do try to end this epidemic of wild hogs. It's work. And I don't ever be trying to complain. I just be like showing y'all the work involved. But all you real blue collar guys out there, y'all the real heroes. Y'all the real heroes. Well, that took an hour to do because I remember my best friend JP, he called me at 11 o'clock and I told him I'd call him back when I got done, and it's 12 o'clock right now. So that being said, JP also has a YouTube channel called JP Guns with a Z, not a S. And so y'all go give him subscribe. Just check him out. Oh, tell him y'all sent you. Matter of fact, just comment in his thing. Just say y'all sent me. Also, I want to tell you something about Element that I drink real quick. When you work like this, when you look like this, it's salty. It's putting the salt back into your body that you need, that you're losing, but it almost tastes sweet, if that makes sense. So if you're drinking it and be like, it's too salty for me, your body probably doesn't need it at that time. But like right now, it's like lemonade Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? Oh, almost ran off in the ditch. Trying to learn y'all something. I'm running over in the ditch. So people's always telling me it must be nice to be able to shoot commercials and whatnot and do stuff. But last week, me and David drove an hour to a spot to film for an upcoming ad. And then upon approval of the video, they said they wanted to talk about how it was a little bit of waterproof. So now I done drove an hour to meet David before he gets on a plane to go to
Italy.
Italy.
Yeah.
And this is the only thing we had to do.
That's it.
That's it. 2-second clip. Must be nice. It is nice. Good morning. I done been to David trying to work on some edit ads for the upcoming ads and videos and whatnot. Now I'm coming down to the club. We're gonna go down here to the new 300 acres that they bought, and I got a camera down here, and I'm going to. The camera went dead. I didn't have a good battery in it anyway, so I got a battery pack or something we're going to add to it so the camera will last longer, because we're trying to find these hogs, but we're also getting ready to find those deer. So let's take a ride through the new 300 acres. Looks like they come down here and been bush hogging. They're doing a little bush hogging, getting ready. We had that big rain, and hopefully they don't get stuck or anything, but it's time to get ready to start doing those food plots. So y'all don't forget about Southern Seed and Feed. That's who sponsors my corn and deer feed and stuff. They also have wildlife seed. Check out your local co-op, and go in there and look, tell them, ask them about Southern Seed and Feed. Seed, food plot seed, and tell them whatever y'all uses. So any which way. Alright, still talking around. Yeah, looks like he's been bush hogging a little bit. He's been bush hogging a little bit. Bush hog these old lanes out. Like he bush hogged on the backside over there a little bit. Like he's been up through there. I tell you what, these old black mighty flies, woo, man, they rough. We are entering the new 300. Ain't it beautiful? Creek crossing. We're going. I gotta test the water, because eventually you got to get a tractor down here to bush hog. That wasn't too bad. It is holding more water than the other day when I come down here though. But we had a big rain. It's just so many hardwoods down here. Man, I could just see killing some hogs or some deer. We're coming out into the new power line, and this power line has not been bush hogged in a couple of years, I believe. Can you see that? Stand right there. This is gonna have to be bush hogged or sprayed. In order to utilize it, it'll have to be bush hogged and sprayed. Right now, I mean, it can be great for growth and cover for deer and stuff to hide in. The only problem is when you have strips of high grass, the coyotes and predators and stuff like that, they know that these bottoms are going to be open, so they've got the hardwoods here and the hardwoods across. So the only strip of cover will be on that power line, right? So the coyotes know that they can literally they can dart back and forth, and across, and eventually they're going to jump rabbits and fawns and deer and stuff like that. So when you have cover, you need to have a lot of cover, or it really does no good, because the predators know they can just hunt that cover and they're going to find what they're looking for. And I mean, me personally, I don't care if they eat the rabbits and the rats and the grasshoppers, but we don't want them eating the fawns and whatnot. So any which way, roll on. Nice. Get this spot cleaned out, opened up right here, I mean, it's got to stand right there. That means somebody at one time knew this was a good hunting spot. But we're still only halfway. I've got that stand marked on my Onyx map, and then my cousin used to hunt this piece of property, and he had some Onyx pins dropped, so he shared them with me, and now I know where to go to be looking for those big bucks. Know them big bucks? I like them big bucks. I like big bucks, and I cannot lie. Every time I see him with the big horns, he gotta die. Yeah, I don't know. You're swampy. Got a little tree to go around. the dog mess. Ow! Slapped the dog mess out of me. Woo! Man. We'll have to get that cut up, move with a tractor probably. Go. Now I can see right there having that creek crossing. If we get a lot of rain, that'll bring you up a little bit. Right now it's not a problem, but it'll just be a problem like if you wanted to hunt down here and say you get maybe a good thunderstorm the night before, that might be a little flooded. You can drive down there to it and then we'll walk the rest of the way to waders or something like that. I don't know. I know a lot of y'all probably hunt some public land and y'all probably used to walking 2 miles in and 4 miles out. You know, I don't know, but me, I sure love them old hunting blinds, them shooting blinds we got on the club, but down here, dude, I mean, look at that. Look at that bottom right there, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. Just get an old climbing stand, not in a climbing stand, I can't climb anymore. But the lock-on stand, just climb up the tree with the ladder sticks, get on the lock-on, have that old bow in hand, woo! Send it through the pump station. Woo! Man, what you talking about? Boy, that gets turned up. These horseflies about to get me turned up, bro. Woo! Ow! I ain't seatbelt done pinched my tender skin. Okay, so there's a little shooting blind in here. And a big limb I just run over. And also, get in here, this is an open spot. Looks like it could have been a food plot, or is a food plot. Like I said, my cousin done sent me. My cousin done told me all about this. So if we could bush hog this down, or even just spray it, I guess, get it knocked down enough to be able to see in here. Oh yeah. You can see where I'd done been in here about a month ago. Could possibly just come in here and run a lot of it just down. You know, I don't know, but I just know these black flies, these fighting flies, and the whole fly, they on my nerve. They on my nerve. This is where my cousin had dropped me a pin with the Onyx. And my cousin has shot a lot of big deer in here. It's got some white oaks and stuff. So hopefully it won't be long we'll start having those white oaks in here start dropping. And then we'll get them. So we'll put a camera up because they're going to come through here. And when things start dropping, we want to see them. We want to see how big they are. And then we also want to see if we got any hogs in here because they're going to show up. There's going to be hogs here. I don't deny that. There's going to be hogs. But right now we are looking. We are what, 6 weeks out from bow season for us. I don't know if I'll get to bow hunt a whole lot, but I can tell you this: if I see a giant, man, you can get your blood pumping, son. That's what I did. It comes with a regular camera, but then it's got a battery pack that you charge up, so maybe it'll last a lot longer. I was gonna try it out and see what it's like. Check out this right here. I guess there wasn't no rattlesnake in there. All right, well, let's get on out of here. Oh, yeah. Let's go home. We're back across the creek from the club. I just kind of rode the Can-Am around. The airplanes are flying today. Good, beautiful day. Anyway, we got 2 hogs over here. and we want to get these knocked down. And I'm thinking we come right through that gap right there, and we come through that gap. Maybe we can get within 50 yards of hogs right here. We only got 2 so far, and but kind of one of the deals was they potentially might let me hunt over here if I could get some hogs knocked out. And the way this goes is you got the hunting club, and then across the creek, and then all this same bottom. And then that new 300 was actually sold from the people that own this. And this is like a total of, I mean, it's only like 600 acres right here, but this bottom is 3,500. So it's all the same hogs. It's just moving around trying to find them. So I got 2 over here, but I feel like it's going to be a thermal job, not a, it's not going to be a trap job, I don't think. So anyway, whew. So it did get me to thinking a little bit though. The small hogs come by the trap again this morning. Like they come while I was in that bottom and on the new 300. They come by the trap then, and there's just not going in. And those hogs are young, and they shouldn't be old enough to be weary. But it got me to thinking, we're talking about how the sow wasn't with them. What if the sow got caught in the neighbor's box trap and the Schultz saw it, and that's why they're scared of the trap? So y'all remember me telling y'all, I don't know if y'all remember, I got a turtle trap. What if I get my turtle trap out and put it in there and see if we can find a big alligator snapping turtle, whatever. Just see how big they are in there. See if there are any in there. Would you watch that in the episode? If you made it this far in the episode, answer that question. Yes, we want to see you catch some alligator turtles. I mean, I don't want nothing to do with them or nothing like that, but I just want to know, like when you got properties like that with ponds or pools in there, just see how big those alligator snapping turtles are in there, or what kind of turtles you have in general. I know a lot of people like turtles, and like I said, I don't want to harm them or anything. I just want to show the world what could be actually in your ponds. Taking a little break from the pig trapping, and me and my wife is going to one of the Savannah Bananas ball games, and Cruz is here with somebody else, with his friends. So me and my wife, she got us tickets. We get to show, I'm sure these people will show you how I used to play baseball. All the tricks. And
All right, Drake, what do we got? Rhubarb today. First game. We asked you at the top of the show.
all right, ladies, we reach 10 million people a month. There's a party.
And that's okay. We still have some.
So guys, as we were coming in, we've talked about 10 or so people that have been stopping and talking and shaking hands and whatnot, and we're looking for other kids. Ah, there she is. Yeah, she run off from me, scared me. I thought I was lost and I was about to go home with a stranger. We are at the game, just got in our seats, and the Hogs have shown up. Let's drop it down and see what happens. Nothing's happening. It can't send a signal out. Oh, this is so frustrating. I just knew I had these hogs, but we're around 18,000 cell phones right now, and the data won't go out.
3, 2, 1. Showtime! Living up in the tailgate is the church style.
Good morning, guys. I am back at the hog trap. I come down here to make sure that I did plug in all my things that I needed to plug in on my trap and whatnot, and everything is plugged in. Last night I called the owners of Hog Eye and everything and the Big Pig Trap, and they told me that being in a stadium, incoming data and outgoing data is 2 different things. So sometimes you can receive things like text messages, pictures, stuff like that, but when you're trying to send something, you know how sometimes that text message don't want to go, or you can't pull up things that you want to pull up because of the data. That's basically what happened. He said that little swirly arrow was trying to send out and it wouldn't. That being said, we should be in the good. I just did my part to come and check. However, the landowners are here and they're coming to bush hog today. We finally got the hogs coming to the trap, and now we're going to have a little bit of a, not that pigs are scared of tractors. It's just I finally got them in and I'm on a time crunch. You understand the time crunch I'm on? It is about 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning. This video you will be watching Sunday morning by 7 o'clock. and I had to have this video. I had to have these pigs caught, video edited, and uploaded on YouTube for you guys. So the question is, will God supply my need? Or maybe it's a won't. He will supply my needs. But then it's all on God's timing. We've done our part. We understand everything. We'll just have to see. When they come in here with the tractors and bush hog this down, these pigs are here somewhere. They're close. But will they get caught now that we're fixing to have a little ruckus in here? Any which way. Let's go over there and watch the tractors move around a little bit. Now, do y'all remember this field? You really should. If you watch the deer hunting videos that I did, then you remember I chased that turkey foot buck forever, and out of this field right here, before I finally actually killed that deer in the field we just left from. So hopefully they're gonna get all these food plots. They're getting it all bush hogged down today, but hopefully they get them, you know, ready. They get this food plot season. We got a little more time now. I mean, they're gonna get them ready and they do a no-till drill, but you don't want to do it too early to where it's army worms and stuff like that. So anyway, that is the hunting blind that I hunted out of for so long, trying to kill that big 8-point that we ended up killing over there where the hog trap is. So anyway, just to give you an idea, just checking on the guys doing all the work. We'll go over here and see what Trey's doing and what field he's doing. We're on the way back. I saw him a while ago. I thought he was going to be in the same field, but I passed him earlier. I just didn't stop. I want to go see what old Barry was doing. Yes, sir. Trey had a conversation this morning. I had a little Bible study where we was talking about speaking to God, you know, speaking the word. You know, I mean, I mix my words up a lot of times and I don't say them right, but he was talking about when given the chance to speak of God, and that's what we're meant to do. And look, he was up there fixing the winch cables and stuff for me to hang up the deer and the hogs. I mean, not just me, but everybody. And next thing you know, I mean, he just took that time to speak of Jesus. And sometimes that's all it takes. Me and my best friend JP do it all the time. We be talking about pigs. Next thing you know, we preaching to one another. You know, so take that time, man. If it's on your heart to speak to somebody, just speak to them. But be who you are. Don't fear to change just a little bit to maybe gain somebody's trust. You know, I know as we were talking about earlier, sometimes we always feel like I'm not changing who I am. This is who I am, and you're not expected to change. But remember, sometimes trying to shove something down somebody's throat can push them away, opposed to maybe just listening to a little bit of what they got going on. And then, as you're able to give answers, the answer is always Jesus. Come on. Came check out a few fields on the north end. You can see some stuff's been bedding down in here. Yeah. Deer hogs definitely been bedding in here. Check this out, guys. Look at this. Persimmons. Oh, it's loaded down. It is loaded down persimmons. I'm gonna have to put a stand, not a stand, but I'm gonna have to put a camera up right here. The bucks and the deer, the bucks, hogs, coyotes, all of that's gonna be in here. They're coming to those. Now these will drop before our bow season more than likely, but it don't mean they won't keep coming checking. Loaded down. That tree is loaded down. Like I said, possibly south wind. Gonna have to set a stand over there somewhere. There's a shooting house there, but we can't bow hunt out of it. So possibly maybe put something up there, because bow season more than likely it's gonna be south winds. We do have some cool front come through. You could possibly get right there. But anyway, that's awesome. I love seeing a big old fruitful tree. Guys, it's 7:15. Just got done eating supper, taking the trash out. The hogs have not shown back up. I was afraid of that. I'm gonna give it another hour or so, and then I got to finish up editing this video to have y'all. And I'm sorry that. Well, guys, I just got back. I'm getting some milk. Thought it was gonna be a little bit late at night, but as you can see, the landowners have just cruised by my trap. They must have had a long night. Knowing them, they done shot something. They taken something down there to the bone pile where I take the big hogs at, knowing them. But they had done bush hog, they done cut, they done got some stands put off to the side to be ready to be put up. I'm sure they have put in a load of work today. Guys, I was really hoping we was gonna get those 4 or 5 little old hogs. Even though the little hog, we just need to get them all. But that being said, I didn't catch them in the stadium, and I didn't catch them tonight that I know of before this video's in. So that could be God's way of saying, just hold on. Hold on. I might have a whole nother episode for you, son. Oh, but we have caught hogs. We got hogs. You know, I have been doing those ads and stuff. We got two videos coming back to back, like the Wednesday and a Sunday, like back to back, and big hogs. So, but I really wanted to get these. Thank y'all for staying here so long. The week of a hog trapper like myself, we've been going since the beginning of the week to the end of the week, right here up until it's like almost 9 o'clock right now. And I got to edit this video, finish editing, go and upload it, and have you guys for in the morning. I have not seen hide or hair of them hogs over where the cows is at yet, though. y'all just struggling, you hear me? But we still moving. Y'all go do something good for somebody today, any which way. Y'all have a good one. God bless. And as always, Jesus loves you.